Saffron was talking about hentai and artificial intelligence. Let me ask you a question. Be honest. If they were sophisticated enough, how many people will have an AI girlfriend? Put your hands up. Let me see.
Try it.
Harry, put your hand up, bro.
Have you guys seen London's biggest new nightclub has just opened in the old IKEA in Tottenham? Have you guys seen this? It's called Drum Sheds. Yeah, you seen it? You're allowed to do drugs there, but you have to build the coffee table yourself to do that.
But no, I do love my grandma. I do love her. And the way I feel about her is the same way I feel about Coldplay. One of my favorites who gave me some amazing memories growing up, but probably could have done without the last 10 years, you know.
Many of us have an accent, and it's kind of rough having an American accent here. It's not quite as interesting and amazing as having an English accent in the States. Has anyone ever been to the States before as English? Yeah. You guys know that if you go to America and you have an English accent, you are instantly more attractive and more intelligent. It's not the case with an American accent. People are amazed I can read.
So my ex was British, and she didn't speak Czech, and my mother doesn't speak English, you know. So it was fantastic. I was in control of their relationship, you know, just translating everything in between them, you know. I remember we once visited, and my mom was just saying, you know, why don't you translate to your girlfriend the story, you know, about when you were 8 years old and you shot in a pool, you know, translate the story. And I was like, and my ex was like, what's she saying? I was like, she's just trying to tell you a story about, you know, when I was 8 years old and she shot in the pool. You know?
And before that, I was doing my undergraduate in Turkey. You guys know the country? Not that, obviously. And I knew a guy over there. I'd known him for like 2 years. He was a friend. And I say was because 2 years into knowing him, I find out that he was a far-off, distant relative of Bin Laden. When I found out, I was like, shit, it's true what they say. Never meet your heroes.
Question to white guys and black guys. How come so many of you are homeless? Seriously, I get the train every day. There'll be a white guy or a black guy asking me for money. It's like, even if I'm in Whitechapel High Street, everyone's brown, but somehow a white guy will appear. You got any change, mate? Do you fuckers not have families? Like, what the fuck's going on? Where are your parents, fam? What the fuck's going on? This is I don't know. And then they complain about us. They're like, oh, immigrants come over here and they take all the housing. Clearly you guys aren't using the housing. You're fucking living... shooting up in tents. Fucking hell, man. What the fuck?
You are racist. Racist you are.
And we got any doctors in there, actually? No. I don't know why I asked that. I've not had the finger up the bum yet. For me bladder. I've not had that yet.
Alright, I've been going to the gym, and I'm trying to get into shape. The thing that annoys me about the gym is when people talk to you. It's so distracting, isn't it? And they say things like, you're in the wrong changing room. And
It's a cool area though. Like, I'm walking through that path over there, and they got a massive sign saying, "We do not want drug dealers." Weird fucking sign, isn't it? What drug dealer is going, oh, I was going to send my 2-bag in that park, but they don't want us. Let's go around the corner now, man.
Strong story. Let's go. I like to think of myself as a modern man. You know, I cook, I clean, I do laundry. I call that the Holy Trinity. My partner calls it the bare minimum. Which is totally fair. You know, don't get me wrong. But man, I wish I could compete against men from back in the day. Because older generations expected so little from their men. My grandma once walked in on me cooking an egg, and the way that she gasped and applauded, it made me feel like a hibachi chef, right? But think about how sad that is, because do you know how easy it is to make eggs? If you mess them up, you just made a different kind of egg.
Terrified bus passengers face acid attack threats. Acid attack threats. In this country nowadays, you can get away with anything. Absolutely anything. So long as you work for the TFL. These guys, they do anything here, I swear.
You know what? One thing that I've learned from life is to never judge a book by its cover. The reason why I say that is because I'm 6'3", I'm size 12 on the foot, and I don't have a big dick. You know how I know I don't have a big dick? It's because every time I have to take my clothes off in front of a woman, she looks at my dick and she's like, yeah, we can work with that.
But I have a gay friend, and he told me that there's like trans men on Grindr, right? And he was saying, and I was like, oh, that's interesting, because you know I like sex, and but so these are like females to males, right? So you have to like go on Grindr, right? And then you have to set it to trans, and then you have to search for the men, which are the women. It's intense. You have to wade through a lot of dick, but once you do, but no. So I was seeing this girl. I'm a man, and I'm just gonna say they were early in their transition, you know. They had like, you know, all the original parts, and it was weird because you go on their bio and they're like, oh, they have like the banner for top surgery, you know, which means they're gonna, you know, chop their tits off. So I was like, man, the race is on, man. This is,
Did anyone actually do anything for Valentine's? Yeah, I wasn't getting that vibe in this room.